G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life. And I know that a number of the fans of this channel have been asking me to review a Ford Falcon for quite some time now, and finally, thanks to Ryan, we've made it happen. This is a BF Ford Falcon Mark II. Under the bonnet is a almighty 4-litre Barra straight 6 that's rear-wheel drive. It's got the ZF 6-speed auto, and today we're going to be seeing if the Ford Falcon is any good. In terms of exterior styling, here at the front, it has that very, I must say, bogan look to it. A lot of these that you see when they get a bit older are used as skid cars in New Zealand. Thankfully this one isn't, but they do kind of have that dad car, look at me, strong man type appearance to them, which is quite cool. But that's not to say that it's a bad looking car. They do look really rather good. The engine fitted to this particular generation of Ford Falcon is the mighty Barra engine. It's a 4-litre straight 6, making around 190 kilowatt, about 260 horsepower. It's pushing 383 newton meters of torque to the rear wheels via a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, you could also get these as an XR8 or an XR6 turbo, which obviously have a V8 or a turbocharged Barra engine, but this one is just the standard XR6, which I suppose is the sporty looking one with the naturally aspirated Barra. But above all else, given I've never driven a Falcon, it'll still be really interesting to see how it goes. The interior of the Ford Falcon XR6, I must say, is actually quite a nice place to sit. It's got some very comfortable cloth seats here with a decent amount of bolstering. You can tell that this is the more sporty version, and the other thing that makes it look a bit more sporty here on the inside is you've got these very cool XR logos here in the gauges. The steering wheel is very old manny, but it does have cruise control, which is nice. And while the indicators don't exactly feel the best, I know a lot of things in the Ford world from this era are quite plasticky on the inside, shall we say. At least everything looks quite nice. You've got a little screen here which does all of your climate control and radio things and so on. It tells you down here it's got a 6-speed sequential gearbox, because back in 2007 or whenever this came out, it would have been an outstanding feature to have 6 ratios in your transmission. And of course, with it being a very large full-size sedan, the rear legroom is excellent. The boot has enough to fit many bodies in it, and overall it is quite a nice place to sit. Driving the Ford Falcon XR6, let's open up the mighty Barra. Good noise! That is excellent. One of these with a bit of an exhaust on it is ideal, man. It handles well for a big car too. It's actually got like relatively direct steering. It changes direction pretty alright, to be honest. It's very comfortable. The ride quality is excellent. And yeah, this thing handles good, eh? Great torque. Oh, I love it when you can rev match your own downshift in an automatic. That is very, very cool. And yet this one, you can do it flawlessly every time, man. The transmission, I can tell it's a ZF6 because it has that sort of character to it, but the way it's tuned in the Falcon is very lazy by comparison with the BMWs. I can absolutely see why back in the 2000s, a dad would walk into a Ford dealership and go, I want a Ford Falcon XR6, strong vehicle. Oh man, I don't know what it is about them, but I just feel like such a bogan driving a car like this. Man, I've given Falcons flack for a long time because, you know, when they get to 20 years old, they are just used exclusively as skidmobiles by bogans. And when they're new, they're bought by dads who want a big, powerful rear-wheel drive car with a plasticky interior. And I must admit, now that I've actually driven one, it's no less bogan, but it is a good car. There is a very good reason why people bought these back in the day, and a very good reason why you should continue to buy them, because they're cheap, they make a good amount of power, they make a great noise, they're very smooth, very comfortable, generally pretty reliable, besides the engine light on this one, which is probably some kind of knock sensor or something. Let's see, how does she go? Okay, yeah, it's definitely got a soft rev limiter at 6,000 RPM. How does it rev so low? It's such a low engine. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Kiwi Car Life. I would definitely recommend that you purchase a Ford Falcon, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time.